Hey guys, it's Ken Scott, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with www.usentryWaiverServices.com, and we resolve all of your USA border crossing issues. So I wanted to bring your focus on the same topic as before. Essentially, it's how you can do your own Canadian pardon. Um, we put this video up about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I just want to rehash it because we're getting a lot of good positive feedback from people who are using the video and apparently doing their own pardons. So now they don't have to hire Batman's pardons and waivers to do it. So I just want to go over it quickly and briefly with you guys. So let's resume our share. But before I resume the share, the links are going to be in the description. This is the link you want to go to on the Canadian website or the Parole Board of Canada website in order to start your pardon. And you're going to need stuff like criminal record checks, local police checks. I wonder if we can open these up. I know I said briefly, but you guys know I have to be a bit long-winded. So, uh, okay, tab. Yep, there we go. We're gonna open up some of these court information. We'll open this one. Okay, so when you go to the link here, you're gonna come to this page, and it's all self-explanatory. So get your criminal record. That's talking about getting your fingerprints taken, your RCMP prints taken for pardon. You can go to the government or one of those fingerprint companies. Mind you, guys, they're going to try to sell you on doing your pardon, but you firmly tell them no, so do the prints and thank you very much. So on the same page, here's the guide, record suspension application guide. Let's open that one as well. Record suspense application form. Okay, we'll open that one as well. And let's look at some of these. Now, you guys are going to see details in the video, but I'm just going to briefly go over it. I always say briefly, but I get long-winded. So, okay, so that's the application form. If I can open it quickly. Just here to here. That's not a goose, is it? A duck. All right, guys. So here's the application form. Let's move this somewhere. Yeah, it's simple. Your last name, first name, yada yada, previous given names. I mean, it's all simple, self-explanatory. Where if you live for the last 10 years, from year to month to present, again, that's 10 years. And like I said, it's all very simple here. Now, remember, this video is not, it's not really to do a tutorial. It's a bit of a refresher. So let's move this away. And let's get rid of that one. This is the record suspension application guide. And guide means instructions. So you guys can read through this guide. It tells you everything you have to do, literally everything. Basically, this video is just to wet your whistle, so to speak. Okay, we'll close that one. Oh, this is okay. Sorry, this is the local police check. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. The discount waiver companies won't tell you. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Now, I've said this before in another video. So this is a local police check form that has to be taken to the RCMP sect or RCMP that's overlooking your residence. So if you lived in, let's just say, Coquitlam for the past 5 years, you take this to the Coquitlam RCMP, you fill this out, you take it to them, they will document your local police history. One of the things here, guys, they do look at if you had an offense where you were not convicted. So, sorry, I meant down here. They look at the if you had an offense where you were not convicted, file number, yada yada. This up here is self-explanatory, but the pardon board also looks at what's listed here. So if you've had negative police contact, it's going to be documented here. And then what happens, the board often will look at that and write back to you and ask you to explain. And if you don't give a good explanation, you're denied. Simple as that. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. That one can wait. Okay, let me go here. Oh, well, you guys already know about this page. Oh, same thing. Okay. Oh, I wanted to go to court information actually. Okay, so I want to show you guys this one. Let's download it. This one right here, this is how a lot of you guys get suckered by the discount waiver companies. Let me tell you how. And the minute they see this, they are going to be beyond livid with me. They're going to be extremely upset that I'm showing you guys this. And you know what? For this one, I'm gonna take a sip of wine. 1 second. Okay, guys. So what happens is when you hire Batman's pardons and waivers, and this just happened again yesterday, a client told me. He hired Batman's pardons and waivers, so to speak, who did his pardon. He got denied because he didn't pay restitution. Guys, who's this? Guys, this always happens to me. Every time often we do a video, we're so popular that people, okay, that one can come back. Okay, guys, so let's say your name is Tom Jones. So Jones, Tom, male, birthday, yada, yada. Okay, guys, and look at this right here. Let's just say this is the Coquitlam Court. Okay, offense description, let's say, I don't know, let's say trafficking. Sentence, 1 year. I want to show you guys this part. This right here have all fines, victim surcharges, restitutions, compensation orders, other costs paid in full. This is where you guys often get bent over the table by the discount waiver companies because let's just say that you had a fine of, I don't know, $100 and you got convicted in, I don't know, 1998. So because your fine was not paid, the court clerk will put no here. Guys, what happens at is if paid, they want to know the full date of the last payment. So like I say, 1998, you didn't pay it. Guys, the discount waiver companies, they, as part of the pardon process, they have to send this to the local court for the court clerk to complete. When they get this back, if they see you haven't paid the fine, they know with, I won't even say 100%, I'm going to say 1,000,000% certainty that you will get denied. Because the book says, well, the manual says here, and it's the manual, that's the manual that the parole board uses to adjudicate Canadian pardons, decision-making policy manual, but the manual states that all of your fines have to be paid before you can be approved for pardon, but they have to be they have to be paid anyway. But you also have a waiting period. So let's just say your waiting period is 10 years. If you got a 10-year waiting period and you did not pay this fine in 98 or never, there's 100% chance, if not 1,000,000% chance, you're going to get denied. Now, when they see this, they know you're going to get denied. What they will do is they will not call you and say, "Hey, Joe or Tom, um, your partner is going to be denied," because there's a good chance you're going to say you're going to get upset and say, "Okay, Batman, give me my money back that I paid you since I'm not going to be approved anyway." They don't want to give you the money back. So what they're going to do is still push this thing forward, knowing full well you're going to be denied. Because when they see this, guys, I'm telling you, they know you're going to be denied. And I'll give you guys another tip. When your partner is almost ready, you can ask them this question: does this show up as a no? And see what they say. See if they're honest with you, which they likely won't be. But the point is, you won't know the difference. So this thing gets sent off. And you come back denied, and you'll live it, and they're not giving you a refund. Or let's say this is a yes. So then they're going to say the court has to put in here what date you paid it off. So remember, I said your conviction was 98. So let's say you paid this off in 2021. Guys, I'll say January 2021. Your waiting period just started January 2021 because this is when you paid it. So it, it's going to be 10 years after January 2021, which is January 2031. They're not going to tell you this stuff, guys. So what's going to happen is it's going to go to the Parole Board of Canada. They're going to look at this, do their analyses. You're going to be denied, and you're going to be furious with Batman. Batman's going to either tell you I don't know or sorry about that. And it's just it's really you guys are basically being ripped off. Now, yes, our Alberta location, we do pardons. But before we do, first of all, we tell people about this video. And if they insist that we do it, we also tell people, okay, you only need a pardon for getting citizenship in Canada, like sports coaching youth, um, housing, or employment. Or another reason, as I just found out yesterday, if you want to get EU citizenship, this will also seal it. But beyond those five reasons, this does nothing for you. And regarding border crossing, don't believe that BS where they say if you get this, CBP won't find out. Trust me, they still will. They have other methods besides what you guys are aware of. Anyway, that's that. So this right here, let me go back up. Guys, this right here is really critical. And again, they're not going to tell you guys about this, and you guys are going to get screwed. So let's close this one out. You guys already know about this link. We'll keep this link open. We'll keep this link open. We don't need this one. And I want to go back to the manual quickly. So this is their policy manual, Parole Board of Canada. And um, there's a link for this in the other video, but I may just put it in this video as well in the description. You guys should really look through this manual, especially section 13. What page is 13 now? Yeah, you guys need to look at 13.1, 2, and 3. Let's see if we can. Okay, that's 2. Ignore this right here, prohibition from driving. That's not going to interfere with your pardon. I want 13.1 actually. Okay, here we go. And guys, I'm not going to go through the entire section of this. Well, you guys need to read beginning of this. Okay, 13.1. Okay, so we need to go to the beginning of 13.1. Okay, well, let's go back down. Yeah, 13.1. So you guys need to read all this. Section 13.1, 2, 3, yada yada. You need to remember Section 13. And these discount waiver companies may or may not even be aware of this or even know what they're reading when they read it. But you guys can read this yourselves. So, like I said, this is just a bit of a brief overview of the other video we made regarding showing you how to do your own pardon. This one this is just, like I said, a bit of a follow-up. And I was going to show you guys something else. I'm debating whether I should show them. I'm going to ask the administrator, in your opinion, on corporate website, should I go in there and break down the sections we do and how we do it? This video is about pardon. Yeah, this should just focus on pardon. I was going to break down and time what we do, how we do, and why it's broken down, but okay. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. So that's about it. Oh, so I want to show you guys this. This is the video that we have up. What is the fastest way to get a pardon in Canada? This is the one that goes into detail about what I just said. So remember this name, and the link will be in the description. What is the fastest way to get a pardon in Canada? Okay. So far, 1,000 people like it. It's helped a lot. People save money, so you guys can do it as well. So again, it's Ken Scott, Senior, U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with www.usentryWaiverServices.com. That's 888-908-3841 or 604-562-8140. If you guys have any questions about border crossing or whatever, we can sort you out quite proper with that. We do the pardons at the Alberta location. So, but before we even do it, we try to empower you guys to do your own if you want. If you insist, we do it. And if you say you need it, even if you don't, you say you need it, yeah, we will. But again, if you can do it yourself instead of paying us or paying Batman's pardons and waivers, what sense does it make paying us when you can do it yourself? The complex waivers is a different story. Those you guys really cannot do yourself, the complex ones, because they have different statutes and laws at CBP and the American government. Those cases you guys will have lots of trouble with. But anyway, so check us out, and if you like what you see, get back to us. Why you should be denied entry to that country. So if you're denied entry to the United States for criminality, maybe had a bar fight, or maybe you were accused of I don't know. It's okay. You didn't do it. This is what you want to do. You may need a U.S. entry waiver. You may, or you may not. If you do, you want to use sendittoken.com. Sendittoken.com. And once you use sendittoken.com, we can get you cleared to enter the United States. Does not matter what your conviction is, whether it's for or
nothing is impossible.
Why? Because we're there when you need us.
Sendittoken.com. I gotta tell you, folks, wait till Hulk Hogan comes out here. The roof is gonna come off the Bell Center here in Montreal. As the anticipation builds, you can feel it. The legendary Hulk Hogan is a heartbeat away